Steve, what did you make of the game?
Well, yeah, very close game. You know, probably they handled the weather a little bit better than us on the night, I suppose. But overall, you know, we managed to get the bonus point, 6 points out of 2 games, so reasonably happy.
Were you happy with your first half performance, particularly taking the lead and the way you played against the top two sides?
Hudson showing his experience in the second half and kicked the ball behind us all the time, and we struggled to get out of our 22. And when we did, we managed to get up there, but we just couldn't keep possession long enough to put any pressure on them. So, you know, it was probably a fair result in the end.
Do you think the win was the difference in the second half, or Charlie?
Well, the win, but also the conditions and the way they played it. They probably played it a little bit better than we did.
Credit to your defence though. Monumental effort the sort of first 50-60 minutes, and I know you spoke about Mike Forshaw's work throughout the season, but it really sort of fronted up tonight.
Yeah. You know, we managed to stop them from scoring a try, which is good, and you know, a few decisions by the referee early doors went our way. He probably should have yellow carded Quates for tackling the guy without the ball, but equally there was a high tackle which wasn't seen for us. So, you know, at the end of the day, we play a top 4 side and we just weren't good enough tonight.
Possibly a difference in the bench as well. The names, you look down the names of the bench they could bring on, and some of the lads they brought on, you know, huge frames of James Johnson and the like of that. Would that possibly a difference tonight?
Well, yeah, they're a top side. They have a huge squad of internationals. You know, they bring internationals off and put them on. So, you know, we're not too concerned about Saracens. They played well and better than us tonight and deserve the win. So we'll rub ourselves down. We've got Worcester away next week and hopefully can train well and attempt to win that one.
Just another step on the learning curve as well, Dimes, tonight for you and the players, and you know, how to play against a side like Saracens and just try and edge it out.
Well, Saracens out at the top of the league for no reason. You know, they're not there by default. They're a good side, and have been for 4 or 5 years, and you know, we try to emulate what the good sides do, and they stuff the game out in the last 15-20 minutes. You know, and the decisions didn't go our way in the last 20 minutes. I think the penalty count was 14-6 in the whole game, which, you know, was disappointing, but you know, we'll have to work on our discipline a bit more.
Is there a sense of sort of pride or frustration that in 2 games you pushed them all the way, both down there and here, but just fallen short on both occasions?
Well, again, you know, you hope you can beat sides like this on your own on your day, but you know, again, we just weren't good enough. So, not frustration. We will look at ourselves, look where we didn't play very well, and try and get that right for next week.
Like Dave Seymour hurt himself. Was it any news injury-wise?
It's a sore elbow, but he'll be all right. He was having a monumental game before he come off, so no, there'll be no problem with Dave.
Like Nathan alluded, I mean, the defence was outstanding again, wasn't it, from the first to last?
Yeah. You know, it was a good hard game of rugby. 2 sides that wanted to, you know, come out and were reasonably well disciplined in the first 40-50 minutes. We seemed to get on the bad side of the referee. From what was an even scrum, we ended up getting penalised heavily in the last 20 minutes of that. So a bit disappointed there.
You won't need any reminder, but again, Charlie just showed what a player he was, didn't he, tonight?
Well, he's a good player, but he left 4 years ago, so we don't want to worry about him, do we?